good afternoon, or good morning, or good night, depending on where you are. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and in truth, it's been a while since I've. We need more cat vids. There's Wosie. Yeah, he doesn't really come in here very often, or if he does, he gets bored, and then I have to let him in and out of this door all the time, which is a pain in the ass. He's currently sleeping on the bed. Anyway, yeah, it's been a while since I've done a little stream. It's actually been a while since I've done some game dev, if I'm being honest, because freelance stuff has nicely been taking off, but I've been struggling to find a balance between the two. So I'm going to ease myself back in gently with a little bit of artwork for an hour or so. Let's see how we go. So what we're doing is gonna do some modifications to this elevator control panel, which you'll use a few times in a couple of different elevators in the game. So first of all, I need to change a couple of things to Americanize them a bit, because toilets is not something that Americans would say. I think that would need to be the bathroom. And then canteen as well is a Britishism, so that's going to become cafeteria. And then I'm going to duplicate this and then change this to be the elevator that can take you from floor 5, which has 2 elevators, all the way up to floor 18. So currently this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there are no buttons for the others. It will kind of be the inverse of that, but somehow whilst keeping 5. I hope you can hear me. Apologies that I'm a bit sniffly. I've been sniffly for ages now, but what are you going to do? So I'm just going to start and start talking. So yeah, toilets. First of all, let me know if you disagree, but I think bathroom is a more American thing to say, and then likewise cafeteria. Now, I just need to check on my phone that cafeteria is spelled like that, because I actually spelled it wrong the first time. I wrote it in Devlog. Cafeteria. Cafeteria. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I think everything else here is fine from a American point of view. So I just need to basically get rid of everything apart from the buttons and export this as a backdrop, because these buttons in the game are like separate elements. I think that's what we need to export, which is one job very quickly done. Not Twitch, we've got game, art, scene artwork, not Pinges Unity. Yeah, it is Pinges Unity, sorry. Elevator 1 to 5, and then I called it elevator 1 to 5. Background, we'll call this V2. Right. Oh, restrooms, sorry. Is it restrooms or is it bathrooms? Bathroom? I'm going to order the bathroom. I'm going to call it bathroom. Whatever. Just to defy. Saturnine there. Oh man, everyone's saying restroom now. Okay. Given that there's been two people, not just one, I will take it all back. Although, I exported it wrong anyway. Thinking about it, what an idiot. Okay, let's call it restrooms. Fucking type restroom. Wasey says loo. Loo is very much Britishism. Restroom. Restroom. I don't know though, restroom, you know, would you think that's a break room of some kind? Oh god, I'm second guessing myself and we haven't done anything yet. However, that was a good little thing because I did realise I completely exported that wrong, because I exported it like so. Oh no, that was right, I guess. But that means I need to export the actual these bits independently. Hang on. Alright, we'll go with restroom. And then I need to get rid of everything that isn't these individual bits. So that, for example, is it that without the... Oh my god, what am I even doing? Well, I think it's that. That needs to be its own separate thing. Okay. Oh, so that's 3. Badge, not button. Call it renamed. Okay. Put that one on, but get rid of the button. Okay, let's export that. That is 4. Badge renamed. Okay, so let's bring everything back. Bring it all back to me, including the background, including Weenie asks, so is the whole floor a restroom? Yeah, it's a weird building architecturally. So every single floor just has like an elevator door that opens up into it. Don't ask me why, other than it was easy to draw that way, and it kind of cut down on, like, I know you would have an elevator and then you'd have a restroom, you know, as well as other things on the floor. B, you'd have an elevator in like a corridor or a hallway, and then the room itself. But you know, for a start, this is a stupid cartoony computer game. And B, I just figured having this as the way to navigate seemed like simpler for the player, where you go, okay, I want to be in the restroom, take me straight there, and then you open up the elevator into it, which, yeah, not realistic, but it does the job from a gameplay point of view, I think. Right, I think I've done what I need to do with this, to the point where I now have, I've exported this background twice for no reason, but whatever. But I'll have these renamed. Cafeteria, canteen, cafeteria, canteen. Okay. So, I'm just going to collapse that for a minute and duplicate this, and this is going to become elevator 6 to 18. And this is where the actual fun begins. Would love to see an exterior shot of the building with levels of varying width and size. Yeah, that's kind of scaring me a bit. So basically, I've got like an idea for the shape of the building, and you will see the outside of it at some point. A lot of the rooms are the same formatted template. Some of them then go wide, and I think broadly it's like the shape of a capital letter I, like with a big bit at the bottom and a big bit at the top. But at the same time, I'm not that bothered about making it like accurate if it comes to that, because I can almost have a throwaway line where the character just goes, that window, you know, if you look out a window, go, that view doesn't make any sense at all, or something like that, because that's the level we're working to. Right, so the game, let me go back to my little list and we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. So now we're on this one. And it's actually elevator 5 to 18, isn't it? Right, so this is you'll get into from the operations room. And from there you'll be able to access floors 5 to 18, but not these floors. So I suspect that this is going to get really messy now. But let me just start repurposing these to the things they actually need to be. What just happened there? Come back. Right, I'm going to put you... Yeah, if I do that kind of stuff, then I can kind of take, for example, this, duplicate it, wait for my computer to have a complete meltdown. Come on, come with me if you want to live. And yeah, do you see what I'm trying to do? So that these ones won't have buttons and these ones then will. God knows why I've just decided to do it in the order I've just done it in. But let's just keep going and see what happens. If I just get rid of these things for now. And so I also want to kind of invert this dark grey area to be down here around these. I should also point out that these floors here, where it's a kind of a double whammy floor, the reason there is that these floors have a staircase in them. So you go in through a second sort of maisonette floor within that floor. It all makes sense, don't worry about it. I've like immediately lost my way with what I'm doing here. So these are all in this group. And these are all... Oh, Adam, what are you doing? Do you know what? I will just take the... I'll fix it in post, as they say. How is everyone today? I hope you're good. Yeah, as I said at the top of this, I haven't really done much in the game, and I'm going to do a video about Project Slump at some point, because yeah, if I'm being super honest, it's been a bit of a slow, like 6 weeks, maybe more, whilst freelancers, you know, trying to build myself a freelance life that is sustainable. So my whole, like, I'm quitting work to become a game developer is kind of a changing or movable feast, but that's okay, isn't it? Don't know. What are you? Well, what am I even doing? That needs to come above everything else. I really wish I could just keep hold of layers in a non-idiot way. Doesn't seem to be within my scope of possibility. Thank you, Donut Beats. Greetings from Germany. Nice to have you here. So, I had a question from Rotblons Weisen. Do you add the text of the buttons as a graphic? yeah, it's literally just the whole thing is different layers, which I've since lost all control of. But there's only 2 such lifts in the game that I need to worry about, so I'm just going to get this done and then figure out, or not even figure out what I've done wrong, because I can more or less just throw this in the bin afterwards. Right, let me just close things. God, there's so many layers. Right, we need more buttons. It's getting somewhere. I think I've shown on the channel what these what the mezzanine things that I was talking about look like. But I'll gladly show you one in a sec, in an unfinished state. Is that even right? Why would they be so sticky outy? I don't know. And then what I need to do probably keep this open just for my own sanity, so I can reference that in a minute, because I've ruined it beyond all recognition. If I can do that. No. Oh god, what are you now? Oh no, it's alright. It's alright. I'm freaking out, but it's not my fault. These look weird, don't they? I'm going to push these up. Move these. Yeah, that's what we want. Just get rid of that. Get rid of these little weird white things that are happening behind here from the old ones that I've since removed. You'll notice I'm not exactly sticking to any kind of proper guidelines of things here. Largely because I'm a complete idiot again, and don't help myself out. But what I want to do is just drag that like so, and then do that without it warping the corners. How do I do that? Aha. Oh god. Bezier curves. Is it smarter to display the text via Unity? Would be way easier to do eventual translations. Used graphics for text in my first game and it was way too tedious. Yeah, you're probably absolutely right, but I have a traditional obligation to ignore useful advice and paint myself into stupid corners that I later hate. And right now, figuring out how to put that text on in Unity is not something I want to do, if I'm being totally honest. Let me help myself out a little bit by numbering these the right things and then maybe naming them the right things. And then we can worry about design finesses. Oh no, that's 12. 13. 15. 16, 17, that becomes 18. Good point. Localization would be a pain in the ass. Maybe we can have a hover over text. It will. So as well, that's the other thing. Sorry, so I should say that when you are in the elevator and you hover over these, they light up, and they could very well just have a localized version of what it says over the top. But you know what? I mean, localization. I mean, finishing a game in English is still so far into the distance that localization is, you know, it seems like another world to me. So like the minute, so I'm trying not to get caught up too much. Right, this one definitely needs to be not exactly where it is. And that means I can get rid of the guy behind again. They're all over the place, these actually. But again, do I care? Does anybody care that much? Get rid of the things behind. Okay, so the main thing, obviously I need to change the colours and stuff so it matches. Oh, by the way, the colours are indicative of the colour of the walls in each room as well, so you will know, you'll kind of help remember that these are yellow when you get there. But let me quickly rename these for now. R&D1, Finance 1, Marketing 1. That needs to be made a bit bigger. There we go. IT1. And then I've forgotten what all these are. So 9 is library, library. Supply sustainability cocktail bar. Supplies sustainability. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, it's not. The only 18th floor is the cocktail bar, I'm afraid. But it is a cocktail. There is a cocktail bar on the 18th. Because what office doesn't have can be made better with a cocktail bar, especially ones where there's some slightly dodgy stuff going on. Oh, I've just realised as well. So the way this works in Adventure Creator is when you click on one, the button disappears and the sound plays, and then the button reappears, and it looks like you've pushed a button momentarily. How can I show that to you very quickly? What are you in this group? Where's the shape? Where's the button? So the button, yeah, like that. So it goes bop bop. So what that means is I need to change this number as well on all of them. That would have been a stupid mistake. Yeah. Yeah, so it goes dunk like that. It looks like you pushed a button. I'm very clever like that. Right. Let's rename these from cocktail bar to what they actually are. And what actually are they, Adam? Come on. HR. Whatever I just decided to call this was restaurant. No. Restaurant. Cafeteria. Okay, the colours are all wrong still, but we are getting somewhere. And then I'm actually going to rename these because I'm losing my flipping mind. Okay, so that's correct. Operations is all fine and dandy. What are you? IT1. Let's call you. Ah, what have I just done? Oh. IT1, where are you? Okay, what are you? R and D1. What are you? You're HR. You can just be HR, I don't know why I'm confusing myself. Hang on, what have I done here? Oh, I haven't named that one, that's fine. The game. Restaurant and a gym. Is that group called the right thing? Yes, it is. Right. You. Oh yeah, I was doing it this way because I'm not very smart. Right, finance. Operations, you're fine. Marketing 1. Yeah, IT, you're okay. Cocktail bar. Cocktail bar. I really don't think I've done this in a very smart way. Think about it. I reckon there must be a much easier way for me to have done what I've just done, but it is what it is. Supplies. Library. That's the game. Is that it? Doesn't feel like that, so maybe it is. Yeah, if I'm wrong, it says you should just have the restroom floor just take you to some poor guy's office. I mean, it more or less does in the game. It's a horrible toilet, so you don't want to go in there. Is the tasks list you're using an Apple app? It's just Apple Notes, which I use for my I build out my sort of day-to-day list on there, and it's the simplest sort of just tick box to do list thing that exists that doesn't want you to always say, all right, what day do you want to do this on and what blah blah blah. Right, you. Let's start colouring stuff the right colour. Show the colours. And you need to be that colour. 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 Library. I guess you're going to need to be that colour. And then I might as well just get rid of you. Where are you? Go away. Right. These are all still wrong. I know that. And I know I'm doing things in a roundabout way. But I realise I'm jumping about and I've forgotten to finish doing this thing, which is making sure these numbers are correct. So let's do that now. Button, no. You should be 7. Okay. Where is the button? There's the button. And you need to be 9. Come back button. Okay. Go away button. 4. No, you need to be 10, please. Thanks very much. Come back button. I don't know how anyone does this kind of thing without just honestly losing their minds on a regular basis. There's not. I don't know. Is there any way to do being a big Photoshop thing with loads of layers and not, even if you're really good with layering and numbering and naming your things, not just completely losing your marbles over what you're supposed to be doing at any given moment? Because if you do, can you let me know? Oh, but number become 15. Come back. Button become 16. And 18 finally. Okay. Right. What I want is a finished computer game, but also what I want is for this shape, which in the first elevator denotes that you are using the 1 to 5 area, if that makes sense. What I want is to somehow invert that to something along these lines, but not exactly. Wosie says, can you group players in Procreate? So yes, well, one, there's a few answers to that question. One is that I'm not actually using Procreate right now. I'm using Pixelmator, which is a discontinued piece of software, but is was about $20 and but still works and stops me having to pay Adobe on a monthly basis. Yes, you can group stuff here. Look, so I've got groups in Procreate. Yes, you can also. And in fact, you've just prompted me to close all these up because, yeah, they drive me nuts. Do it from the top. That's a smart boy. Right. Okay. Now, where is that shape gone? Go to view, background. You see all this nonsense that I've made? I don't know what these are. Oh, they're screws. That's how I did the screws. It's been a long time since I've done this. Right, now what I wonder is A, how I made this in the first place, and B, if I can just sort of distort it or skew it. I always wonder how you support multiple resolutions. I think I'm just making mine all in kind of a 4K resolution and hoping for the best, because I don't know what the correct thing to do is. If somebody does, then please shout up. But yeah, I'm just every backdrop what I've done has been done in like a 4K resolution, and I'm just hoping that that's fine. that works out okay. I was just going to do it in HD, but somebody talked me out of that. I can't remember who. Is this working? No, it's not going to work like that, is it? But it might get me some of the way there doing this sort of bodge job on this shape. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, exactly. It's better to age and text, right? It's better to go big and then downscale than it is to try and upscale. if that makes sense. Oh, what is this? This shape is silly. I'm almost wondering if it's better to try and make something new now. It probably is, in fact. So let me get rid of that. Let me open up something else. Let me. How do I? What am I doing in my life? How do I make shapes? I think. Wouldn't it bloat your game size if everything is 4K? Right at scale, you use crunch compression in Unity to help you get things, shrink the file size a bit. And obviously, if you're not, I think someone correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're not, you know, playing the game in 4K, then it won't be in 4K. I think is the answer. So yeah, I'm just going to try and remake this shape, or make the shape I need, I should say, out of multiple shapes, and then smash them all together and just call it. Convert this shape to a pixel layer, which should do the job, hopefully. We'll see. We'll find out in about 3 minutes, or maybe more than that, depending on how my computer manages to keep up with all this, because it's starting to slow down a bit. Don't know if you can tell. This is sort of good. This is sort of good. It's probably the least enthusiastic way to say anything about the creative process. But hey, I'm not here to be a perfectionist about any of this, as well you should know by now. But I think this is kind of how I made the other one. Whose smart idea was to draw that on an angle? Yeah, I know. Well, again, you obviously haven't been paying attention if you think I do anything the smart way straight out of the gates. Bring that in line with that. Everything just come up a bit. You'll be back tweaking this in a few months anyway. I say I won't. I'm going to leave this. This is just going to be a one and done, because as much as you will be looking at it quite a lot in the game, I don't think it's that important. He says, meticulously shifting Bezier curves around. Can I just draw that over there? Yeah. Right, I've got a feeling this isn't too bad, given that it's about to be made dark and grey anyway. And handily, they've all sort of merged into one anyway. Where's this guy gone? What colour can I make you? Right, so can you be the same colour as that guy over there? You can, and you shall. Actually, you want to be darker than that. It does look a bit weird, I'm not going to lie, but we're not done yet. We're not out of Dodge just yet. Yeah, will the player notice? Absolutely not, and that's pretty much my thinking all the way through. No, not. I don't want these on now. Is that they won't notice? I don't think. But I would like it if these things weren't quite as weird as they are. Sorry for the silence, I'm just thinking about stuff. Yeah, the thing about playtesting, a lot of people say get it thereabouts, let people play it, then worry about stuff like that. Is you're right, but for some reason I'm trying to get it to like 99% there. Because I guess I'm just a glutton for punishment on a lot of these things. Everything is slow slapped out. I wish I had some degree of like artistic it's not how you do it, is it? Some degree of artistic ability. Where's the normal brushes? Default. Yeah, you. What do you do? Can you help? Ooh, what's that? Right. Oh god, it's just getting worse. No, that was what am I even doing? Like literally, what am I doing? Right. Let's try skew. Yeah, that'll help. Right. I'm obsessing way too much about this. All I need is to find a way to make these bits look less weird. Might literally just be doing that. And then maybe just bringing their opacity down slightly. That's okay, isn't it? Does that make sense to you? I know it's odd that the buttons, you don't have buttons here, but like, you know, the idea is that. Tell you what, as an experiment, let me see if I can stretch this out. In the way that we were talking about doing. Yeah, maybe we can. If I can do it for one, I can do it for all of them. I'm thinking. Why are you being weird? Bring you down maybe, and you back. Oh, I really don't understand Bezier curves. I wish I did. Who are you? What are you on you? No, on you. No, on. Yeah, I do want you. Oh, it's like a shadow. Sorry, this is really boring, I know, but I'm potentially getting somewhere. If I am, I might make things a bit easier for the player to understand when they first encounter these buttons. Or makes it 10 times weirder. One of the two. Let me persist. Let me persist with me mucking around. I'll get to match that one. It's going to look instantly less weird for a start. Stop being unusual. And why have you? I don't particularly need you to have such a weird. Right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this one. These are 2-layer things, right? So there's a front bit and the bit providing shadow. I'm going to get one looking how I want it to. Then I'm going to use that to reformat the way this sort of shadow thing looks. Then I will just use that for all of the others, so it's all got sort of a uniform nature to it. Come on. But not like this. That, maybe. Oh, it's also much simpler in my head. Have I ever played the Feeble Files? No, I haven't. I'd like to hear about it though. You wouldn't mind? Because the problem I've got is I've done a sort of silly gradient on everything that is clever in theory, and then stupid in practice. And I think I've gone way beyond the point of being able to Command Z this back into where I want it to be now. Oh no, I haven't. Okay, cool. Right, let's save that for now. I do want to make this work. just draw a new button. Why is it? I really don't understand these curves, you know. As you may have already been able to piece together, I find them quite confusing. Is that good? Is that good? Is that what I've done? Oh, like that, okay. Yeah. Will that potentially be a thing that works? Sorry, I know this is not a very good live stream. I'm just so lost in what's going on, to be honest with you, that I'm not even thinking about talking, which is bad form. And as we've established, no one is ever going to notice this. But let's just see. Right, colour. Okay, so we're gonna give it some shadow, kicking off in that direction. To mimic the shadow that we have. Yeah, that sort of works. Does it? Oh no, it's very clunky. Why is it so clunky? Be curvy. Oh, we have to do that. Right, I understand. Nobody told me how to do that. Right. I think I'm starting to understand the curves. Just about. Let me move that slightly there. That's looking okay to me. In as much as it, you know, in so much as what it needs to be doing is looking okay. So what I'm going to do is pop it there. Actually, no, pop it in there behind everything else. Oh, why have I done it like this? And bring this into... Oh, do you know what? I think I might have figured it out. think I've figured it out. What a journey this has been. Yes. Oh, I think that's gonna really continue to confuse me as I now have to fix it all again, but come on. Layers, indeed. You'd have them. But I think that is more or less what we want. The only thing I'm going to do is to add to that before I then duplicate it into Light Oblivion is turn the heater off in here because it's well hot. Hang on. Sorry. Turn the heater off and put a bit of a gradient on it. Much one, just a little bit like that. And I think we're getting somewhere. Let's merge them, shall we? Because I'm happy with that. That gradient is good enough for me that I'm not going to even attempt to better it. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to have done that really. Or do I? I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Number. Okay. What even is all this stuff? Hang on. Oh, we don't want you. We do want you. We do want you. We want you. We want you. Oh, right. I like that I just called this layer depressed. What does that even mean? I can massively simplify this R&D one down to its core bits. What is depressed? Don't think I need it. Don't think we need it, guys. Right. Okay. Okay. So I think I can use this to do what? What can I use it to do? Hang on. No, forget that. Right. Okay, so we're going to get rid of some of these. We're going to close everything back up and we're going to get rid of the ones that we made earlier. Sad as that is. Yeah, I think it can be that. Bold. save ourselves some... Ah! Not that amount of disk space. Let's save ourselves some disk space. Right. And then we can do our copy and paste. What an absolute faff this has been for something seemingly very simple. Copy and paste. Come on. Oh, we've done it. Fair enough. I'll let you off. Right, so 7-8 becomes 9, 10, and then oh no. I got rid of that thing that was called depressed, and quite clearly that was a button which is depressed. I wasn't just being depressed. Button, button. Yeah, so that and that is a group which we are going to rename depressed. That group into here somewhere. Ah, our computer's not liking it anymore. Oh no. There's a big chance. Big chance of crash. Save things. Under the button. Right. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't just calling some groups depressed because I was depressed. It was because I needed a button that was depressed, so that when I do that, you need to be above the shape though, my friend. Oh, woe is my button. Button, go there, depress, copy. Yeah, sorry, we did almost have a, it doesn't like me continually copying and pasting things anymore, so we did have a bit of a scare there. Okay. So, all being good and well, that can do that. Right, so what I'm going to do... Oh god, which one did I just... No, I've saved it now, don't worry, it's not going to crash. Spinny wheel of death. However, I've got literally no idea if I... Okay, this guy becomes R&D golden group because that's our benchmark. So you can go away. All of you go away. You can go away. R&D golden group. Okay. It doesn't feel like we're getting anywhere, but we are. Although copying and pasting is slowing us down to an absolute crawl. Let's do it one at a time. So you're going to be, what are you? Finance. The finance group. Finance 2. Okay, I'm feeling better now. 9, 10. You're going to be 11. I will have to redo the colours, obviously, but it's okay. It's all going to be okay. No one's getting fired. Okay, where's finance? Where's my finance group gone? Finance group, you're almost finished. I want to change your colours, but let's not do that now. Let's do the colours last. Yeah, the thing is, the Max Spinning Beach Ball does appear when you're doing quite intensive stuff, but quite rarely. I mean, there's a lot of layers in this, and it's the base level MacBook Air, which I still maintain is like a computer sent from the future for how good it is generally. But it does scare me because I have had, I think, my first ever live stream, we did have a crash, which more or less broke the whole thing. But you know, if it does, the world will still turn. We'll still be okay. Ah, what was that about? What are you doing? There we go. Marketing 2. Again, I think I need to shift these about a little bit, but let me fix the font because you want to say 13. Okay. Right, lastly, again, maybe the colours on here do look a little bit too dark. Who knows? What was it? IT 1 and 2. IT1, IT2, and they become 16, 17. Yeah, the M1 MacBook, I talk about it a lot, but honestly, it's so good. It's so quiet and runs cold and can do this without really, you know, like I said, there's a million layers in this, and it's not really kicking up a fuss. 16. Okay. We did it. So. Hey Jeremy. Good to see you, man. So it's a little bit shonky. But it's kind of what I was wanting to achieve, and I think will be fine for the purposes it needs to. The main thing I need to do now is change these colours. Frankly, that might be a bit of a pain. However, a golden group, finance group. Oh no, why you shouldn't be. You should be separate groups. Thank you. Right, you're in marketing group. And you're going to be IT group. Capitals, not capitals. It doesn't make any difference. Right. There'll be a little bit of lighting sitting over the top. Oh, character shadow sitting over the top. Oh, I think you actually, there is just the outline of the back of his head on these scenes that I won't spin up Unity now because it might destroy the stream. But yeah, he's a foreground object, and the thing parallaxes based on your mouse movements. So he's just sort of off to the right here on the screen. Just the back of his head and shoulders, basically. Oh no. The UK, I just read a news report saying the UK is going to face Christmas alcohol shortages. Thanks, Brexit. Right, get rid of that lighting, and then we need to do colours in a proper way, I suppose, which what I'm going to do for that is bring yeah, like that. Okay, I'm just going to bring that in as a layer. As a little cheat sheet for these colours. So, finance. Don't know what the keyboard shortcut is for this, you're going to have to watch me do this a bunch of times. Oh, that wasn't right. There we go. Marketing. Marketing. Nope. IT. And again, these colours are kind of indicative of the colours of the. I just realised that's a quick way to do it, isn't it? Indicative of the colours on the walls in the in the scenes. Right. Gym is this sort of pale blue. Library looks fine to me. Ah! Do that again for some reason. Supplies. Is that sort of muted beige? And then the cocktail bar is a lovely brown because I was running out of colours at that point. So you can go away. And then I just need these now. Let's do a quick one. I can't. Yeah. New pot. long have I been going for? Oh god, over an hour. Right, okay. Well, we are nearly done. To a degree. It's just a little case of exporting all these individual bits and bobs. Which will be boring, but then it will be good to go. Okay, that is looking pretty much how it should, I think. Again, I could faff about with these forever, but the fact that if I can get this exported and built, I'm just going to duplicate the room. The elevator that currently works. Are you using AC menus or are you using Unity UI now? I'm using AC menus, but I haven't really tweaked them that much currently. But my plan is to just stick to what's there, get them, saving, loading, working, and change the UI to a nice one. But that's about as far as I thought ahead, to be honest with you. I kind of wonder if these needs to be twizzled slightly. Right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop faffing. He says, doing a bit more faffing. And what I'm doing is putting off exporting it, to be honest. But, needs must. So, what are you? What is... It's just an empty group, isn't it? Yeah. What I might do is export these not on a stream, because I think that it's going to be boring. Even more boring than the rest of this. And this has already been pretty boring, so trust me. Interesting. Where are you sitting, you little... You don't need you. Right, I think that's the backdrop, because that's all static. Then the individual badges we do and the individual buttons we do. I'm still streaming. I haven't stopped it. You're welcome to leave. But let's see if we can get it done and dusted. Then I'm gonna go and think about dinner, maybe. Elevator. When you new folder. Elevator 5 to 18. Create. So that's going to be 5 to 18. Background, I called it. Export. Go to you, get rid of you. Oh, they're all in such a silly order. Why am I such a silly boy? Right. Operations. I can just steal from here. But what we effectively need for each of these, as you see for the other one, is the button and the badge. So a button, badge, because then you can have the overall badge highlight slightly when you mouse over it, which is nice. And then the button thing, because then when you click it, it's got a nice like little, it goes away and it comes back and it looks like you've depressed it. And again, I will be stealing, I set that up for the other elevator, so I'll just be stealing that, those action lists for this one. What have I spelled wrong? Elevator. Oh, I have spelled it wrong. Elevator. Thank you. I'm an idiot. Let's bang you in there as well. Don't ask me why they're there. Let's not worry about that right now. However, 5-5. I'm going to take the button and the badge from there. Put it in there. Right. Okay. So that's one thing done, at least. Cocktail bar, sure, why not? Why not that one first? So badge, export, PNG, 518, 18, badge. Let's put it in the right folder, shall we? Scene artwork. Elevator. 18 badge, right. Okay, so then we put the button back on. And we get rid of and you see what I said, it was boring. Oh boy, what a slow process. How many layers for AC will it be? Backplate, all the workable badges in an elevator. So for the first one, that's 5 badges and then 5 buttons. Or for this one, it's like what? Whatever 5 to 18 is, can't do that right now. Badges, buttons, and then a lighting layer. And then Saturnine, I just hide the unpressed button. So the action list fires. I think it does like run 2 things at once. So it's sound of a button push, button disappears, engine wait like half a second, less than that, something like that. Button reappears, and then the scene fades and scene changes. I think that's it. So it's just like bum 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 bum, but it looks like the button goes in and comes out. There might be, I'm sure there's a much simpler way to do that if you're, if you're clever, but that's how I did it and it works. So it is what it is. 15 badge. I know this is really boring. I'm just going to stay on the stream and get this done, because I think at least if people are sort of here, it feels like I will get it done rather than stopping now, which would be silly. But I do appreciate this is dull as dishwater, so feel free to drop off if you want. Thank you for being here in the first place. As I said, it's been a little while for me since I've actually done anything productive on the game because of other commitments. So this has been nice. Oh, 12. So I forgot to make note of the number there. 12. Badge. That's where I get my buttons and my badges mixed up as well. That's exactly how you did your puzzle. Oh, your puzzle box thing, was it? That makes me feel good that you thought that's it. That's how you did that. I know there's many ways to crack a nut with game dev. So it's nice when you backed up that the way you've done it isn't too overly convoluted. I've done it again. What is the 9 badge? What a time to be alive. Sport. 9 button. Ticking boxes is so fun. Getting there though. Just gotta be patient. 6. Badge. I really wish I'd come up with something other than badge for this, because button and badge are too similar. I should have called it label or something like that. Did I? I just did the gym, didn't I? Yeah. Go away, we don't need you. Right. Button. Uh, 16. Oh no. 16. Badge. Button, come on down. We are getting towards the end. I can feel it. This is where I really start to lose my brains. 13. It's quite good brain training, this, perhaps. If anyone remembers that year that the Nintendo DS exploded because everyone on the train was doing brain training. I can imagine it was a lot like this, even though I was just playing Mario Kart on mine. No button. See, falling out of my tree. But I think, hang on, let me just finish. Let me do this, and I think I might have made a mistake a minute ago. Not a big one. Badge. Come on, let's pick up the pace. How are we doing? 10 button. Come on, 10 button, 10 button, 10 button. Not 10 button, 10 button. Okay. Potentially last one if I haven't made a huge error. Which isn't a huge error, but something that might need to fix. Export. 7 button. Okay. I got through that without it asking me to replace a file, which means I've named them all at least differently. All I just want to check is with my background. Oh, cool. I left them on. I was worried that I'd taken these ones off. But I haven't. What I do need to do is just grab the lighting layer. Actually, no, I don't, because I'm just going to duplicate the scene anyway. Don't worry about it. Cool. Let me take all this crap back on. And then that is an elevator. I'm going to export it like that just for prosperity's sake, so we can have a look at the difference. Difference between the two. Save that file, get rid of you. Oh, it's taking a while to save. Right. So test. Okay, so they're not identical, that's okay, but the idea is, yeah, in the first one you'll have these floors. Operations has one on each. Sorry, two elevators, one on each side of the room. And then you will get into this elevator and have access to these floors. So that is more or less what I needed to achieve in order to make that work. Yeah, like I said, it's not perfect, but it more or less is okay. And I might come back to that in future. I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, yes. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, cool. Alright, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to build it today because I've been on for over an hour and it's boring anyway. But I might have a go at that tomorrow. I might do it on stream, might not. Either way, we'll get another video going at some point soon, or another stream at some point soon. But yeah, I think that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. It's not been the most exciting thing in the world, but it's been good to be back doing some game stuff after a little while. So yeah, I appreciate watching along and your help and your suggestions. I hope you have a good rest of the day, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you in the Discord hopefully. Okie doke. Bye bye.